What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we've got Ford Transit vans at the Monaco Grand Prix track. I don't have much to say for this intro, so I guess let's just see how we do. The crash in the back, that is... Okay, so here we are for this race. So we've got the 2005 Ford Transit van around 5 laps of the Monaco Grand Prix circuit. So we're going to see how we do. Usually I can tell you guys about the car I'm driving because, you know, I'm a nerd. But I don't know anything about this car. All I can tell you that it is either front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive. It's one of those three. And it's grey. I don't know. So let's see how we get on. Okay. But here we are on the grid. We're going to see what we can do for this 5-lap race. We've got the lights on ahead of us, revving up this Ford, and away we go into first gear already, and it's a decent start. We're instantly going to cut to the inside because we're going to want that apex for turn 1 as this martini-looking van is going to cut us off. As down into the first corner we go. No heroics into Saint-Devote, please. But we are going to do some heroics up on the curb. We've been forced up onto the curb and we've got vans going slowly. What is going on here? I've just been pushed into the back of that red car. Or red van, sorry. But we're going to gain a few places. The AI are having trouble. But 50 kilometers now as we head up Beau Rivage on the way up the hill. That van in front is going to get away from us big time. But we are up to P8, as I forgot to mention, starting in P14, so we're up 6 places. But down into Massenet, the left-hander, 3rd gear, 84 kilometers an hour, and we're going to take this van through, very nice there, and then we're going to cut back for this apex. Absolutely fantastic spectacle as we see all these vans going through, but as we head down into Mirabeau, we're going to snatch 2nd gear. And we're going to go 180 degrees of steering lock. And then down into the hairpin. I'm not sure if it's first gear worthy. So we're not going to do first gear. We're going to have to really rotate the steering wheel to get it turned in. And then past the prison. Or the old prison or whatever it is. And down into Portier. We're not really making an inroad on the car in front. Up to 3rd gear as we now head into the tunnel for the first time. And this has to be the longest lap of Monaco I think I've ever done in my entire life. But through the corner now, nearly clocking 100 kilometers an hour as we approach the Nouvelle chicane up to 4th gear. Didn't really need to go for that. But into the Nouvelle chicane, that was perfect through there, and the AI, that dark blue van in front, having trouble. So we might be able to mount a challenge as we head towards to back. But this is, although this racing is slow, it's intense. We've got a FedEx car in front of us. That might be Denny Hamlin up there, using all of my, well, not much of my NASCAR knowledge there to make a funny joke. But down into the swimming pool chicane, this is where Max Verstappen had his problem in 2018, and so did Charles Leclerc in 2021. We're going to get a nice undercut on the navy blue van there, and that is us up into 7th place. But down towards Rascasse, 2nd gear, we're going to turn in for that apex. FedEx van is quite slow. Oh, and it is the Rozzers up in front of us. The police have decided to participate in this race. That's probably to stop kids from racing on the road. And then it looks like I think there's a DHL van up there as well. But as we race down the main straight, that is 1 lap of 5 completed in this Ford Transit van. The lap was I'm not sure how fast that lap was. I don't know where to look on my HUD. But Saint-Devote, just getting it in, Saint-Devote I should say. I'm not a Yank. That was pretty good, getting close to the wall. So we're finding some speed now as we race up Beau Rivage. We are mounting a challenge on this FedEx van. But the leaders already going and approaching Casino Square. So if we want to win this race, we've got a lot of ground to make up. We're going to hug this inside barrier to try and carry that momentum through the corners. There we go. And my driver is driving this whole race with one hand. He's left a hand on the shifter the entire time. But down to second gear for Mirabeau. Oh no, the FedEx is off. And the FedEx van is in the wall. That's a big shame. And the AI have completely missed it there. I need to turn in for the hairpin, please. And I've got a flat spot warning on my rear right tyre. So we probably had a lock up there as we're now going still one-handed through every section of this Monaco circuit. And then up to third gear. Sorry if we can't hear the engine noises. I can hardly hear them. They're very quiet on this mod for some reason. But through the tunnel we go. Gonna get it turned in. And this is some scintillating racing. I just want it to go faster. That's why I'm moving about in my chair, because this is agonizing. But 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 cars there. So that's looking at P2 to 5. I have no idea where the leader is. He's obviously just completely buggered off down the road. But now, after the FedEx car or van hit the wall, we now need to... Oh no! As I've hit the wall there, that's not good. And I've damaged my window a bit. My poor van has shown the signs of war there. As I've clipped the wall going through to back. I've turned in too early, gotten a bit too greedy, as now I'm starting to get oversteer, so there's quite a bit of damage. And I think we've got a tiny bit of steering damage too, but should be okay to keep going. As turning in for LazGamez now, that was pretty good. As, oh, I've clipped the wall on the outside that time. Into Anthony Nogues, the final corner. And on the way out, so that is 2 laps of this Monaco Grand Prix circuit done and dusted. Now we just need to mount a very slow challenge on the police in front of us, probably transporting some criminals in this race. Don't know why, but that'd be kind of funny. As into Saint-Devote, really using all of the track to get it turned in there, and we did use all of the track. It's paid off. As up the hill we go, we're a 10th down on our personal best through the first corner, and this is going by. It's like I'm doing a race in slow motion here. As over the crest we go through Massenet. Don't need to put as much steering angle in. There's definitely a bit of steering damage on this van through Casino Square, but I think we are slowly catching as the P2 and 3 cars are now having a battle. But we can see the P1 car on our minimap. We can see him, he's already in Portier, so he's miles ahead of us, and he's shot off down the road into the hairpin. Just instantly get all the steering lock and then out of the hairpin, so we're doing well. Oh, I've slightly cut the corner there, and we are not. I really don't think we are catching the police in front of us, and that battle is starting to split up as well. So we might just have to resort to a 6th place as sorry, through the tunnel we go, getting close to the wall on the outside. We really want to be maximising all the road. And down into the Nouvelle chicane, we can see the cars in front. 2nd gear. As, oh, I've really cut it that time. Didn't mean to do that, but it hasn't penalised us, so maybe it's legal. I mean, God knows. But we'll see. As through to back we go. We have made an inroad on the police on this lap, which is good. It's good to see. So we might just get some action in this race after all, as we head into the swimming pool section. As, oh, I think I bumped the wall there on the outside through the chicane. And here is the police. We're getting a run on them now. They're going to leave the door open for us. And then gear 2, getting it turned in as all the police bouncing all over the circuit. He must have hit the wall or something. And into Anthony Nogues. We're going to take the position on the police. And that is us up into P5 with only 2 laps to go now. So not long in this race left. I think when I ran around the outside, he must have clipped the wall on the inside of LazGamez. But into turn 1, really using all the track, as I think he's just gone in the wall there. Yeah, the police The police have had an accident. They think he tried to go around my outside, locked up and went off the circuit. But that is the police out of this race, out of this Ford Transit van race. But over the crest now, I guess that's who he was. Julian Mondon is out. But around Massenet we go. Getting it turned in. Getting it as close to the wall as we can. And then the same thing for Casino Square. The leader's already coming out of the hairpin. So that is pretty crazy. Goes to show the gap. But into Mirabeau, and look at the handwork from our in-game driver. Absolutely crazy. That blue van looked like he was having a bit of a moment. Down on the exit of the hairpin. We've got another flat spot warning on that rear left tyre. And then gear 2 as we head under the bridge and into Portier. Going past some of the boats. And really revving up this van. Trying to get every single kilometre an hour we can. Because every single one counts. Looks like that the podium is going to be slightly out of our reach in this race. But the top 5 is definitely on. Possibly even a top 4. We'll see how we go. As 100 kilometers an hour coming down towards the Nouvelle Chicane. Getting it turned in. Bouncing over the curb. And really carrying a lot of corner exit speed. And up to 60 kilometers an hour. We're going to shift up to 3rd gear. With 5/10 down on our personal best lap. But into Tabac we go. Grabbing that apex. That was perfectly done. Unlike on lap 2, I think it was. But through the first part of the swimming pool chicane, we can see the swimming pool just on the right-hand side there. And then down to 2nd gear for the trickier chicane. As I've got a lot of oversteer, I'm having to drift our van through. I bumped a few of the ABS switches as well, but there's no ABS on this van, thank God, so that hasn't changed anything. But yeah, getting all out of shape through the swimming pool chicane. Looks like P2 and 3 are going side by side as we head into Anthony Nogues. I've never taken that corner flat before, but we have done just then in our Ford Transit van. But that slide, pardon me, has cost us quite dear in us trying to catch what looks like that DHL van in front of us as we head on now to the last lap of this 5-lap Monaco Grand Prix through turn 1. That was nicely done. Hopefully that the cars in front battle and it brings us into this fight. We might be able to make a late lunge or something into Razcas or into Tabac or the Nouvelle Chicane. We'll see how we go. There is up the crest, taking what feels like light years. We're going to get it turned in now. Yep, just about there. And sliding through and then turning in so early in this Ford van. Turning in so early. But as we head down into Mirabeau, 2nd gear, once again turning in early. I'm going to get a handful of oversteer. Not really sure why. Must have been because of my pretty dramatic downshift. Another flat spot warning. But do we care? No, we do not. As we come out of the hairpin for the final time. Getting it turned in. And it doesn't look like these guys are fighting at all. So I think that this race is going to end with us finishing P5. Unless we pull out a miracle final sector. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Through the tunnel for the final time. Round and clipping that apex there. And I'm going to scratch my ear because it's very itchy. But as we head down into the Nouvelle Chicane, we're going to brake very late. About there. 2nd gear, I've got flat spot warnings on my front tyres now. But once again, carrying a lot of apex speed. And it doesn't look like these cars are fighting at all. But the DHL looks like he's getting close. So hope is not lost yet. Still holding out hope. As through the swimming pool we go. We're going to get right close to the apex there. And clipping both apexes. And then down to 2nd gear. As no, I've caught a handful of oversteer again. We're going to save it though. It's a good save. On the way into the corner. But doesn't look like the AI are fighting, and there are certainly no accidents happening. So sliding through there we go. and then rising over the crest and through the final corner onto the main straight. This race is going to end with us being P5 out of 20 cars from 14th on the grid. There it is. P5 in our Transit van. So there we go. That race is done. It was a bit dull in the end, but it was still good fun. Well, there you have it, everybody. That is this video done and dusted. I had a lot of fun. This video was brilliant to make. Few good jokes in there. You know, we had the FedEx car, the police, all those cars to race. And yeah, like it was, although the vans were so slow, it was genuinely fun to drive. So don't be surprised if I make a video like this in the future. But that is all from me. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. See you later.